Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. And welcome again, of course, to PMDG 77700, an aircraft I just can't get enough of. Today, taking flights in the US, so finally getting with my KLM, I guess. Taking flights in Southwest colours on the flights from here in Dallas Fort Worth, which is the main base of Southwest, down to San Antonio. So it's domestic, domestic US flight. It's an interstate flight with Texas. And hopefully it should be a pretty good trip overall. So only about an hour or so flight time today, nice and short, nice and quick hop. The 777-700 in this case being more of a regional aircraft, kind of a short distance, short hopping from base to base. So jump to the cockpit, set the aircraft up, and prepare ourselves for our departure today. Only a one-way flight today because I'm going back to Eurovision. Also, we lost the final today. Yeah, it's been an interesting day. Some good, some bad, but just a short stream to send it all away. Right, batteries on. So emergency lights armed. Your RF switches to nav. Ground power on. Seatbelts leave off till the aircraft has been fueled. Set the packs to auto to get some air conditioning in the aircraft. Jump down to the FMS. Go through all of the ground setups. So down the co-pilot side, FS actions, ground hand or ground services even. Boarding for jet bridge today, which is not a problem. We'll call a fuel truck over. We'll talk about our kilos per pound. So we've got 5594. So fuel today is 12,333. Wait for fuel truck to arrive, then get that start to fuel. Passage on board today, we have a passenger count of 113, so mostly full flight today. San Antonio. Start the boarding straight away. You can also get pack start boarding. So menu, start flight from Dallas Love to Dallas Fort Worth. Dallas Love Field to San Antonio. Whiskey November 135. Cruising today at level 280. 50 minutes on the clock with departure in approximately 27 minutes. So nice and plenty of time to board today, plenty of time. Right, Wi-Fi yes, no entertainment. I don't remember if I've got Boeing music Southwest or not. The answer is no, I've got Spirit but not Southwest. You have got a safety briefing however, we'll be using that. Yes to snacks, no to meals, customs not required, flight number is not considered in this particular leg, and aircraft starts boarding. The flight number itself, so 135 does actually have two legs to it. On this particular occasion we only used one hop, so nothing for us to really do that. Right, position, we are currently at K Dow. Get our position, set that to the IRS position, that's how to align the IRS. Head over to the routes and plug in our routes. So starting off with K Dow, we're arriving at K Sats. Flight number SWA 135. Plug my routing. Avoid that, so make sure the rest of the aircraft setup's going strong. So start with fueling. That'll take some time as well. Close up baggage. Load baggage into the hold. Request. 2.8, so it'll be 1.4. 3086 and 3087, so that's the payload ready to go. So as soon as the carts arrive, with that start boarding. Passengers boarding now, that's fine. Fueling is in progress. Jump to the left of our route. So starting off with our first waypoint. It's not a massive flight plan today. First waypoint is going to be Windu. In fact, that's our only waypoint in the entire flight, to plan to Windu. Kid you not. We're departing runway 13 right on the Curlo 5 departure, through Windu, on the Prawn 3 arrival in San Antonio. So, very, very short flight. Very short flight. I'll explain that next year, I guess. Let's get some META for our departure. we go to ATIS.
Winds 200 at 6 knots. 33 degrees Celsius. Altimeter 29.91. Dew point 20 degrees Celsius. Few clouds at 2,500 feet. Winds 200 at 6
My maths
knots.
isn't working. Well, yeah, no, that's fine. Altimeter 2991. I mean, I can't right click anymore. What's happened there? I can left click, but right click's buggered. Bear with me. Not that mode. I'll go to controls. Search by input on the mouse. I'm surprised. There you go. That's VR focus. There you go. Something else acting against it. What's happened? Does anyone else have that before where for some reason the mouse doesn't work anymore? That is odd. I can do everything else, that's not a problem. But looking around would be a pain if that's the case. I can do it externally, just not in the cockpits. That's so peculiar. We should make like Explain 12 when it comes out. We'll have a look at Explain 12 when it comes out to KC and take it, make it go if it works, that's for sure. I wonder why I can't right click anymore. Departure runway 13 right on the Curlo 5 departure. Right, let's get that bit sorted. From Curlo then flight to Windu. I'll probably the approach as well since again flight's so short. So this is runway 31 left on arrival and that'll be on the Brawn 3 approach. That'll be on the runway 3 on side. Execute that. Get in the gaps. And then we jump over to plan mode. See, I can't move in. Double right click. Definitely not that. Unplug it and plug it in again. Well, okay, I guess I'm going to try and do a flight without the right mouse click. It's really annoying though, because I can't then go. Try and do it like this, I guess. So step, flight plan, through Windu, mark Brawn. Yeah, that's from typo punching the vector, yeah. So then vector, left onto rots, and into approach, that's fine. Cool, so apart from not being able to right click in the cockpit anymore, let me see if I can.
Ready to go when you are.
Right, okay, well, that's it. I can still right click from external view, it's just the cockpit that's not working anymore. I've probably clicked something by accident, I don't quite know what. I don't know, it's a pain, it's not impossible. We've always got the look around with the Boeing itself. Right, so IRIS is aligned, passengers are boarded, we're in the final bit of fuel to go now. So as soon as that's done, we can release the tank. That gets released. Passengers almost finished boarding. Just need to wait for the front carts to arrive. Once I try to clear that out of the way, and that'll be good. That's good to go. Still getting used to the positioning of everything. In regards to flying with the Boeing yoke rather than mouse, keyboard, and joystick. I'll get the hang of it. Just need to make sure I've got everything kind of in a suitable position. So rear cargo is being loaded. It feels like I'm going to move out of the way very shortly. Oh, you've got the Isuzu branding there. It's not wireless, it's definitely wired. Right, so So that's all done. That's all done. We can get rid of that. That's very stairs. Everything on its own. Forward cart's now arriving. It's going very shortly as well. Back to initial reference. Plug in R0 for weight and cruising altitude. 0 for weight today is 49.9. Van entry. Should be. Okay, what's the aircraft we want then? Do that. 07 really? Fair enough. Reserves I can do, that's 2.8. And Southwest Islands cost index. Southwest Airlines use S. Use 36 today for a cost index. Cruising altitude flights level 280, 28,000 feet. The winds at cruise are going to be 329 at 33. Transition altitude 18,000 for the US. Execute that. N1 limit's going to use a relatively low D-rate for a medium time performance because again we're only carrying basically no fuel on board today. The aircraft's very light for our leg out, so we should use that to our benefits. Centre of gravity, pull out from the aircraft, it's going to be 22.1. Trim needs to be set to 5.72. So we'll get that all up and running. And perfect, cool. So the aircraft will be trimmed. That's a takeoff reference all set. Wait for the last bits of cargo to be boarded, and once that's all on the aircraft, we will be cleared for push and start. Let's have hands to our right hand side. Also, on the way to San Antonio, they're flying in a Boeing 777-700 as well, so most likely also a Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, so that's all good to go. That's all good to go. Charts are active and ready to get going as well. Should be a good flight overall. Should be a pretty good flight. Set up on departure as well. So runway 138 onto the Palit flight departure. Get onto Unicom. Transition altitude level 80. And taxiing to the runway, we'll be taxiing down taxi charts. So 13 right. Push back onto Quebec. Quebec onto Echo. Lima. Holding. Should I go? Quebec Echo Charlie. Quebec Echo Charlie holding Charlie 8. So Quebec. Charlie, holding Charlie 8 for runway. Stands number, right now we are at stand 10. Sorry, it's America, we use gates in America, so gates 10, correct position. Can get rid of the rear carton loader. About 2/3 full for the forwards, that's almost ready to go. In terms of setup, everything else is pretty much done. We can activate the right click. Flight director on and on. Set the altitudes to 28,000. There's no initial climb on Unicom. Going to start the APU. And with the aircraft filled up, seatbelt signs come on. Pressurization also sets to 48,000. On WebEye, so yeah, still on Unicom, no 80 at the moment. I don't think it's going to change on our departures today. It's on, window heats to on, load output to on. AP starting, that should be good to go very shortly. V2 is 128. So up. Can do. So approach runway 13 left. So if we have an issue with our departure for whatever reason, need to return back to base. What the hell? So slow. I wish I had mouse worked. Be on 111.5. 111.5. And the course 133. Activates the LNAV and VNAV. That's all configuration correct. Can remove the chocks instead of boy, hang on. Random use power, AP generators to on. What's about the ground power unit? Whoops. Not lost anything, I rest of the line, that's fine, we're quick enough to recover all of that. Right, so LNAV VNAV, that's fine. Chocks are removed, disconnected from all the ground services. You can go onto the legs page. And JetBridge should also push away very shortly as well. Right, so we're going to pre-plan our pushback using Pushback Toolbar. So the aircraft, so the nose turns right, tail face left. Press the pushback, get the lights off, AP bleed on, anti-collision lights to on, that alert graph is now ready for engine startup, and some attention to push the start onto Unicom.
Our flight time will be roughly 60 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in
I do find it sensitive for joystick, but the more you fly, the more practice you get, the better you do find the handling. It's not perfect, I'll never say it's perfect, but it's not terrible. So, that's the configuration good to go.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brake released. So go,
Parking
shall we?
brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Two separate companies will, it's just a coincidence, these are the same colours, don't you worry. Southwest Trains in the UK, Southwest Airlines are in the US. Totally different organisations. I use the modern Flight Dynamics flight models of joystick. Do not find any need for legacy. Right, fuel pumps on, and a engine 2 starts. Not had an issue with the PMDG Centre installation though. I'm afraid if you have any issues with installation, speak to PMDG support. They're the ones to talk to, I'm afraid. Not me. Monitor the N2, wait that's 24. Start the fuel flow, monitor the exhaust pressure and the N, well, just the N1 because that's way off. I presume that's meant to be 20 point whatever, 21, 22, 23, but there's no decimal point there, or the number's just slightly undefined. It's a bit too hot, supposedly running. engine 2 good start, engine 1 to ground. That's a hit. Engine 1 for a start.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake sets.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you
Welcome
at
to Defeat, how you
drive.
doing?
Have a good
Channel
flight.
from the chats. How you doing today,
Holding
dude?
position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Oh, just noticed actually it's 77 Max. That's I understand that. Oh no, it's not Max. It's got the small engine. So that's just an NG with the new splits into winglets. Very nice. Right, engine to continuous. Packs to auto. Engine generator sets. APU bleed off. APU off. Taxi lights on. And now it's our taxi intentions on to Unicom. Parking brake released. And let's get out of here, shall we? Got 8 minutes to taxi today. Plenty of time, plenty of time. Again, taxi for us is pretty simple. We're going to taxi down Quebec. Cross Quebec on to Charlie 5. Then along Charlie down to the end of the runway. Charlie 8 will be a high point today. Presume then that the other Southwest Airlines are going to taxi just behind us. Yes, they are. Southwest 967 is the aircrafts. Do quickly to hold position here because I realise I haven't actually done my flight control checks yet. Whoopsie. That now quickly. So take a brake set you to system. Okay, so one of those units where you don't see the control inputs. They're not at the end of the world. We can do things. Oops. Cool. I'm happy with that. Continue our taxi. So flying for about an hour today.
Ready to go.
50 minutes start to finish, thank you cabin crew. And I guess one of the upsides to doing such short flights like this one is you start putting the 77 into more kind of situations that I guess technically it's not really designed for, but at the same time it's very much capable of doing. Being such a short flight, it's a case of get the aircraft up to cruise, hold at altitude for however long, slight descent pretty much straight after that, and get your aircraft set up pretty much from the get-go anyway. So a route like this would probably be more optimised for the DC-9 MD-80 or the 717 more than the 73, but that's the versatility of 77, that it's possible to do such short flights and hops without, well, without really straining the aircraft anyway. I mean, the shortest flights I've done in a jetliner, it was British Airways 320 from London to, I think it's London to Glasgow is my shortest flight. That'll soon change, it'll be British Airways 320 to Manchester, London Gatwick to Manchester, but all of my flights even shorter than that have been prop operated. Not really been on any aircraft, not any flights less than 100 miles that have been operated by engined aircraft. I've also been on a lot of regional aircraft. I mean, throw in the Dornier 228, the Twin Otter, been on the Bristol on the Islander, that's a heck of an aircraft. But they're all optimised for low capacity regional short flights, short hops. This, not so much. Right. 113 right, still on WebEye, there's nobody approaching at the moment, so we'll announce our departure intentions. Going to need to activate the landing lights. Transponder comes on. We've got the grass now, just about. Also reset the engine page back to engine output. Cabin crew, please take your seats for departure. Right, let's do this, shall we? Stop the chrono. Engine's 40. 2 stable. N2. And rejects takeoff. Issue there, flaps. Hasn't flaps yet. Right, vacate to the left. We'll do that one more time. No British flight simmer, stick to IVAO. Yeah, I think we won't send things to passengers, we'll just pretend like that never happened. So make my way to the end of the runway. See the other Southwest Airlines. Whoops. See the other Southwest Airlines aircraft just. What's my way to the runway. Yeah, so as we cross the line, the other aircraft just behind us. Then passing very shortly behind. Right, let's get going now, shall we? Throttle armed. Throttle 40. Just 1-2 stable. Flex. Knots. B1. Rotates. Get her up. Keep finding the flight director, keep the magenta arrows in the centre of the screen. So good. It's about 10 degrees climb. That's 2, 1. all being stable. Pilot can now take control. That's now come up. Next stop, San Antonio. So the aircraft continues its current heading until it gets to the waypoint, about 1 mile, right hand turn to haze, through Kylo window, continue the flight pan through there. Passing through 5,000 feet. A little bit of wind, not too much in the way of cloud, visibility is absolutely fine today. Same San Antonio, clear skies, just a bit gusty, a bit windy on the arrival, so be careful about that when we're on short final. Everything else should beat out some pretty normal flights. Cruising altitude 28,000 feet today, flight plan. Flight level 280, 28,000 feet. Again, I should technically lock the gear in place because the Boeing unit doesn't have a centre position. It forces the gear into the upper position, so it's the one, I guess, negative with the 77 when using the Boeing yoke. But apart from that, everything else works absolutely perfect. The right hand bank. Turn onto our flight path, all looking good so far. Only problem is the right mouse click. I have no idea what I've done to cause that to myself. Oh well, it's not the end of the world.
We are now passing through
10,000 feet, then lights off.
As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the platform. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to
Have you
Wi-Fi,
considered using an NVIDIA game filter? Get the colours really nice in the sim. Well, it's one thing about getting it really nice, Adam. It's another about getting the colours really natural. For me, it's natural over looking good. So, quite happy with the default colours in Flight Sim. Quite happy indeed. You bought the 77, but it's to validate your activation key and error unhandled. Try running the installer as administrator, Omar. Sounds like potentially something's conflicting with that. Try running as administrator. That's the only thing I can really suggest. If not, I'll go in touch with PMDG support, I'm afraid. For me, the installation process was absolutely smooth. No problems, no issues. Got the key, downloaded it. All that a dream for me. I expected problems, but no. After the initial release day, the woes kind of panned out. And I bought it the next day, so I bought it on the 10th, not the 9th. Once the initial release problems all finished, yeah, it was the easiest thing in the world for me to get going. So, fortunately, not something I can really say much on. Prime. Turn off the seatbelt sign to get passengers to see something more. Being sort of steady, no real turbulence at the moment, and straight on flight path. There's nothing for us to really worry about. So, seatbelts off.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You cannot get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when you unexpected circumstances.
While climbing out, let's go through the passenger itinerary and let's do some other flights. So, any names you recognise, give us a shout, and we'll have a look at their stats. May get someone, maybe not. We'll find out during the look. For the most part, nobody I really recognise. Nope, not today. I know Mark Reynolds, but not Mike Reynolds. Yeah, apart from that, maybe I personally recognise. Flickering PFD, I've never had an issue, Drawyah. I've never had a flickering PFD. Would I make a discount for the other variants equal 700? The answer is no, Adam. They've already announced the pricing structure for 737, and so the next aircraft, the 500 will cost about $50. Sorry, the 600 will cost $50. The 800 will cost the same as the 700, and the 900 will cost a little bit more on top of that. So the pricing they've already announced, structure-wise. If you own one, there's no discount for the others. Just buy them all full price. Let's figure 18,000. Sorry, so that's going to sets. Cruising altitude very soon. Top 10 marker already marked. Can do is plug in our fixes. So grab the approach from way if you're on lefts. Grab the fixes, stick it into that. 28,000 times 3, so 246, 8, 16. No. 8, 16. 24, yes, so 240. What am I doing? Sorry. 104 is what I want. 104. Draw a cycle at 10 miles, draw a cycle at 4 miles. That's our approach path. On that figure, so that should be around. Let me patch up most of the final approach. I'm getting rid of that vector, I'll go straight to ROTS. That jump the top percent marker, yes it does, I think. Very much. I mean, that top percent looks a bit close to me, but if the aircraft's calculating it otherwise, then yeah, I guess I'll just trust in the 7.3. Double check. Hey Google, 28 times 3. That's it, sorry. It's not 104, it's 84 I want. Sorry, I don't know why I added 24 to 90. It's 24 to 60 I want. So yeah, no, that makes more sense. And that's draw a circle. Yeah, it's far closer to the top mark, that's more like it. So that's that configured. Get runway to runway 31. Frequency as well. Grab the approach charts for San Antonio. Runway 31 left. So the frequency is 110.9. Of course, 308. 308. Don't have any turning radar really. Perfect. So once we're ready to commit to our descent into San Antonio, that's all the numbers done ready for us. Clouds approach 28,000. There's the buzz. Thank you, airplane, for reminding me. And yeah, so that's it really. Nothing else for us to do until we hit that top of descent. Are we tracking behind us? That's 737-800. 73. Well, there's no model we're looking at, but it's going to be relatively close behind us on our trails, so keep an eye on them for any information in regards to our approach. Shouldn't have any conflicts, but you never know. And the thrustles are reducing. Aircraft levels off. Perfect. The cruiser approximately 14 minutes today. 14 minutes of cruise. And through the aircraft into its top descents. So how are you doing in the chat today? Hope you're enjoying yourselves. JPX, yeah, take care, goodbye. Finally, 77 average last year with KLM Amsterdam. Very nice. Yeah, you enjoy yourself, JPX. Flights so far so good, Tom. Flights so far so good. Hit our cruise, 28,000. No complaints yet. So we'll continue cruise for now. We've already configured the approach, so as soon as we hit that top descent, we go straight down to descend. I've forced out that vector point. I don't think we need to really vector too much out of the star there. The aircraft go to its own course into the runway. So that's all configured, and everything else kind of just falling into place for us. So far, so good. Aircraft's doing really well. Fly Southwest colours, of course, in the US. So we take a short break from KLM, who have done so many. In fact, how many KLM flights have I done this aircraft, both on stream and off stream? I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I've done the 4 KLM flights so far. I compare that to just the 1 copper, 1 jet time. Do quite a few Finnair flights in the ND80. It's not all bad. And of course, I believe Southwest Airlines are the biggest operator of the 700 series aircrafts. It kind of makes sense to finally give them a shot with one of their shortest routes possible, actually. But hey, Eurovision's going on. Can't move away from Eurovision too long, can I? Yeah, I can do the switches to the engines, but my problem with the landing gear in the off position is that I can't do. Click on it, try and move it to off position. Basically, because the Boeing yoke has its own landing gear lever, there's no middle off position on the unit, and therefore physically I can't move that lever into off position. That's going to be the one inaccuracy of this flight. Everything else is okay, but because of the yoke, I physically can't move the landing gear into off position. So hydraulics, you're getting safe flying, I'm afraid. I might look into the configuration of the yoke to see if there's maybe something I've missed in regards to operation of the landing gear. Some default config, that's the way it has to be. Yeah, well remembered, Maymax, well remembered. We'll look at. Did you Flyby have 700? I know they have 800s. I don't think Flyby have 700s. Let's have a look. Flyby, current fleets. No, they do not operate 700s. I'm afraid the answer is no. No flights in Dubai yet. They operate the Max series aircrafts and the 737-800NG. No 700s. Quite a few, quite a few operators in Africa, certain. We don't do fish on this channel, Diego. I do quite like my real world ops. Very infrequently I do a fictional flight. Very infrequently. Also, out of cruise, passenger satisfaction at 96%. We are a few minutes ahead of schedule. We have quite a quick, well, second head departure was about 2 minutes ahead of schedule, so there's nothing to worry about in that regard. ETA expected at 21:57 Zulu, so that's another 28 minutes away. So we're about, yeah, we're 7-8 minutes ahead of schedule at this point in time. Cross performing well. In terms of our descent, we need to hit the glide slope at 2,600 feet. So we'll get that all plugged in for the approach. Can hold up rots if we need to. I must say, it's quite an interesting position for a holding loop right at the end of the glide slope. I presume they've got a way set up in that aircraft engine you can send loop in one go, and won't congest the same one over and over. And you've got the craze hold at the Brawn 3 approach. They're coming in from the north, from Windu. Yeah, push out to Tarko, and Tarko throws us into the runway approach. As for the ground, pretty simple taxi, so land runway 3 on lefts, and then way down to the west ramp, down towards the terminal. It's an airport with one terminal, kind of. Yeah, it's general aviation, it's right past the fire station, yeah, so that's our passenger terminal, that's where we'll stick ourselves at. Oh, trust me, Kev, this aircraft it is tempting. The 700 is maybe not the most popular 737 in the world, but certainly, well, being the first one to release, I guess it's the most eye-opening at the moment. Hey, yes, welcome the very first proper 737 flight. And there is the other 737. We don't name it, but this is the proper 73. Agreeing with the approach, Elite. So I've got 3 fixes drawn. Sorry, since I bred them out, I don't know why I can't right click, it's really annoying. But yeah, I've got 3 fixes drawn. That's 84 miles, which is around our top of descent, which is this ring here. We have a ring drawn at 10 miles, which is when we enter the glide slope, enter the ILS approach, and 4 miles, which is the shortest ring, smallest ring, and that is going to be at minimum approach speed, geared down, flat set, basically in full landing configuration. So they're just there as reminders. So when I enter this ring, I'll set the altitude for top of descent, which I'm in top descent configuration. When I enter the second ring, I'm on approach, I don't need to slow down, let's prepare the aircraft for landing. Third ring is, okay, minimum approach speed, make sure I'm ready to land. If I'm not ready yet, then I'll go around because I've got no time left. That's 30 for approach, yeah, that's 5, that's already configured for the approach. Nice long runway to San Antonio. Yeah, it's fine. So 127 approach speed plus 5, 132. Yeah, approach speeds 132. Thank you, Sena, for subscribing. Much appreciated. Welcome, Daniel. How you doing? Channel chats. How you doing today, dude? I love the wing to fuselage ratio of the 736 and 700. So I've been on the 600, and yeah, the 600s, the wingspan is longer than the length of the airplane. It's just so out of proportion. But hey, it's a good little flight, very comfortable. Got a bit turned on the approach into Java, but tuners there, fair play yourself, it was grand. Had a pasta bolognese bake on board the flight, small salad. Came with a cake of some description, and a small cup of Coca-Cola. Yeah, if you ever want to fly 777-600 in Europe, you'll do it quickly because Tunisair, they operate into France, and I think the ACD as well, they operate 7600 too, mainly France. They're being replaced by A320s in the next couple of years, next couple of months even. Air Algeria, I believe, are keeping their 777-600 for a little bit longer. But for Algeria, you need a really expensive visa to enter as a tourist. So there's 2 reasons I chose Tunisia. 1, because it's visa free, and 2, they filmed Star Wars in Tunisia. So for me, it was a perfect match. But yeah, their 737-600s are going quite soon. Going to be replaced with A320 family aircraft. So if you want to fly the 600, got to do it soon, I'm afraid. Ain't long left. Ain't long left. Very short actually, flying over the city of Austin as well, Austin, Texas. So it reminds me, where was Sheldon Cooper and his family from? So I find myself watching a lot of young Sheldon clips these days, but I never remember where exactly in Texas their family's from. I know, I never really got into Big Bang Theory, but young Sheldon, I think that show's fantastic. Kind of doing what Malcolm in the Middle used to do back in the day. It was a show which was oriented around a a dysfunctional middle-class family. They had their problems, they had their issues, and it was very almost lifelike. Same with young Sheldon. It's a middle-class family, they're dysfunctional, they have their problems, and very, very lifelike. The middle was alright, never really got into that one. They are from Austin, are they? Galveston, Texas. There we go. No idea where Galveston is. Gatesville. Back. Galveston, Texas. Oh, Carthage. I'm sure that's the name of the town in Tunisia. Yeah, Tunis actually. Never really got into The Office, I must admit. I've seen the clips, I've had a few laughs, but I've never watched a full episode of The Office. Fun fact, I've never seen Top Gun either. I'll try and watch that before the the sequel comes out in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I've got no idea where Galveston's going to be. Somewhere here. Contact PMDG if you've got issues, Omar. Contact PMDG, they're the ones that's going to help you, I'm afraid. Not us. We're not technical support, I'm afraid. Right, so we're now reaching the outer green bar. So set the altitude to 2,600 in preparation for the departure approach. Going to... There's one more thing I need to do as well. I promise I've forgotten what it is. There's one more thing I need to do. That's sort of fine. There's nothing on the overhead I need to configure. But that should be set to straight and steady. What was it? If I remember, I'll remember. Genuinely forgotten. Something else I need to do in regards to the approach configuration. I don't know what. Set up with the altitude. I don't need to reset the VNAV switch, that's going to do it automatically. What was it? Really apparently approach into the FMS. Okay, if I remember it, I'll remember it. For some reason, I've just completely drawn a blank. That's it. Unicom. I'm just going to configure Unicom. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick update from the flight deck. We're shortly about to start our ascent into San Antonio. I shall be landing in approximately 25 minutes. We hope you enjoyed our flight so far. We are a few minutes ahead of schedule, giving updates once we're closer to the approach as to how early we are. At the moment, we're around 2, 3, 4 minutes ahead of schedule. Once again, if you need to use the toilets, then please do so now, as once we start our descent, we'll be locking the doors and preparing the aircraft for landing. So, you make use of amenities while you have them available. Otherwise, once again, we'll be landing in approximately 25 minutes. Thank you very much. Give it a few minutes for packs to catch up. There we go, right. And that's our top ascent. And let us prepare to land. We're now flying overhead Austin. Welcome to Austin, Texas. As for the weather at San Antonio, right now we are looking at, winds are actually calm, 000 at 0 knots. There is not even a breeze today. Visibility 10 statute miles, so a little bit of haze I guess in the area, a few clouds 700, a few clouds at 25,000, 34 degrees centigrade, even 16. Gosh, really is warm out today. That's temperature 29901. Pretty much clear sky. Well, apart from the haze from Statute Miles, this is basically, if you go to a flight sim, set the weather to clear weather, and you're good to go. And just set the temperature to something really crazy high. Welcome to Texas, I guess. So it starts our descents. At the moment we are bang on the descent path. Around the descent path, and the green bars kind of hovering around the great area. I need that a little bit lower if possible. Then again, it does take into account that I've got a right hand turn first and then a bit of deviation on the path. That deviation will also certainly add a few miles to the routes. Of course, if I'm a little bit high, I can always use the spoilers to drop our attitude a little bit. For now, just focus on the indicator here. Make sure we're on the correct path down. This 737 has been the best thing to come out for a long, long time. I love every little bit of it. Every little bit of it. So nice to get a high quality jet liner in flight sim. Sorry, Flywire. I love you, but this is better. This is a 7.3, not a 320. With that being said, tomorrow will be a premiere, not a live stream, because I'm flying to Poland in real life. And therefore, as per usual, we're going to do a premiere video instead. So, flights from London Stansted to Rzeszów in Poland. Now the colours will be premiere, so track on flight radar as opposed to webbyte. You know, the usual stuff whenever I go on holiday. But this time's not really a holiday, it's more of a paperwork, documentation sort of trip to get the passport running, so that's the reason for that. Depends really how much you're going to fly the 700, David. Depends how much you're going to fly it. If you see yourself flying this all the time, then definitely worth picking it up. If 700 doesn't interest you, then wait for the other variants, like the 800. I mean, for me, the 700 are small capable aircraft. I like my 7.3s. I've been on one of these in real life with jet time, so it's an aircraft that's always going to fly, regardless. If anything, the aircraft I'm least likely to get is the 900, because I've not been on the one in real life. I've been on the 6 with Tunisia, been on the 700 with jet time. I've been on the 800 with Ryanair, Norwegian, Jet2. That's really only 3 of them with on the 787-800. I'll check my stats at some points, but I'm fairly sure, yeah, Ryanair, Jet2 and Norwegian. Most other carriers operate Airbus 320. Airbus 320 have done a load of carriers. Alitalia, EasyJet, British Airways. Okay, maybe not that many. So I've got a list for that. I've got AppInTheAir for that. Right, I'll take it to 29901. A little bit high at the moment, so get spoilers out to help our descent at the moment. I've never flown Lufthansa, Jonathan. I've never actually flown Lufthansa, an airline I've managed to avoid so far. No reason, no issue against them. I've just not had a chance to fly yet. Sure, the times I'll get off the list probably next year or so, but at the moment, yeah, not flying with them. So Both paths now catching up. Yeah, I did say tops in this a little bit on the shy side, but it's not the end of the world. Seatbelts fastened. Passengers back to your seats, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please attend to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
Oh, let's write this down. Sometimes it's great to get water and complimentary chocolate square. Same with Swiss. I flew with Swiss on the A220, bottle of water, and that's for the wrap right here. A bar of chocolates from Swiss, and I get 2 of these. British Airways is a bottle of water and a packet of crisps. And some flights, well, morning flights, I think you get some breakfast bars, some crisps. On the late flights, it's a packet of crisps. And they used to do pretzels as well, cheese and onion pretzels, but they stopped doing that after 2021. So when I went to Berlin British Airways, there was a packet of crisps, bottle of water, and cheese and onion pretzels. Very nice pretzels actually. My favourite bit of that snack pack. Sadly, gone forever. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing, 10 minutes.
We have begun our final descent into San Antonio. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to select any crash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat plate. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Smallest amount of deviation from the altitude there, but nothing too major. Just 0 knots. 2 center below 10,000 feet. Oh, is that how it works? Crisps on European flights and breakfast bars on shuttle flights. Well, that puts 2 and 2 together, for certain. So you're telling me when I fly to Manchester when I fly to Manchester on June 4th, I should expect is a breakfast bar, not a bag of crisps. Makes sense actually, it does make sense. Last time British Airways was to Lyon. Should find alongside the airport very shortly. I think that's the airport right there, San Antonio. Right along this path a little bit, right hand turn, and at that point gets established onto the localizer for landing. It's only a short flight this one, but very scenic, and again very warm. In fact, what I might do is, for the sake of passengers, I will you can set it between hot and cold. The temperature dials. There we go. Just a little bit cooler into the aircraft. Just make it a bit nicer than back there. It's 31 degrees out. Even hotter inside the flying metal tube. Slide us up. Let's go back to the vertical flight path. With the jet delivery and jet's been out, very good. So when I board Jet2 flights at Leeds, Bradford, Paris, I completely forgot about the jets can hold my hands on being Jet2's on one thing. So, board the aircraft, You sit down, you relax, and then the sounds all come to you. Are you ready for this? There's no din. It's like, I've just forgotten about that song. But no, here it is, ready to sing my worries away. It's like World Flight to Paris. Rank sets to 2. Well, I'm the spiders as soon as we're finished with them. I was using to slow down the aircrafts. Get the approach reference on there. So again, 130. Let's reset that. So 131 knots will be approach speed today. 131 knots. They're reduced down to 220. That's 1. That'll help with the vertical path as well. Not the whole flight, George, just boarding and deboarding. Not the whole. If the whole flight, that would be torture. It's a good song, just not on loop for 30 minutes while you sit there waiting for passengers to board. Again, that's long. So 5, down to 200 knots. A little bit on the high side, but you can push the aircraft to more altitude for the final approach there. See the other airplane behind us there, now approaching this final star as well. Just behind us when it comes to short final. Altitude caught up, spoilers down, spoilers on. Landing in San Antonio, Misha. Landing in San Antonio, USA, Texas. In sight, runways in sight. Can do is activates the localizer since we're well bang onto that. So let's get the approach mode. As soon as you hit the glide slope, the aircraft will turn down the glide path. Is now going to be 5 miles off our right hand side. Fly out for them. Negative visual, but got them on TCAS at least. Right, enter the glide slope. To 90 knots. Before I forget, get FlightControlReplay up and running. There'll be a slight freeze when it loads, but it's not problematic freeze, just a normal scheduled freeze when you use replay against a very high quality aircraft. So we'll catch up in a second. We'll bring it into land. Cool. Just that's down to 15. Get it down. Reduce down to 131 knots. The aircraft will be good for final approach. Right. So get it down 3 greens, flaps set, spoilers up armed, brakes set. Aircraft producing to minimum approach speed now. Approach altitude 3,200 points charts. Turn off the auto throttle. Flight deactivate, hammer control.
Flight slow. 10.
Oof. That's the sets. Bit heavy, that's. Bit heavy. 100 knots. 80 knots. Versus cuts. Well, we've arrived. I'm not quite sure. My flare, but I didn't use rolls until too late. Almost 15 knots. Were we below speed by 15, were we? Really weren't too bad off, but fair enough. We've landed. Welcome to San Antonio.
Welcome to San Antonio. The local time is
Right there, approved.
p.m.
So in the 737, you get some, you don't get some. That's so how heavy standing is aircraft so far. Now it's vacated the runway. Let the aircraft on approach now. Sorry to land. Taxi, well, that stays on. Sorry, these come off. APU starts. Transponder off. Yeah, that was a heavier touchdown, heavier landing than what I normally do, but not the end of the world. We'll live to fight another day. Even if you say you feel it by the end of the night. Jared perhaps we won't feel the gate. Very good. Just turn off the stripes. Right, steep bar across now, short final. Oh yeah, I'm sure it will, Mehmet. Like I say, you get good landing, you get bad landings. Certainly that one was a bit more... I don't know, I think my speed management was a bit off on that approach. The speed was definitely what's off. I had my throttle, well, it was like 50-60% there, but... Alright, we were below the limits. It was below our VREF. The flare was alright, but just the low speed just held the aircraft drop in the end. So we'll have to on replay, don't go just yet. We have got a replay landing to see it from passenger perspective, yes. Now you too can be the passenger in the back of this aeroplane on that particular landing. You two can enjoy it. We'll also have a look at the inbound aircraft as well. So Southwest 967 on short final. We'll have a look at their touchdown as well. See if they got a bit of a better configuration than we did. Also, I blame the right mouse button. For some reason I can click the right mouse button, and that's, I don't know, that's my big distraction now as well. Boom, that's me. That's the excuses list covered. As for Southwest, where do you park in San Antonio? Probably a good question to figure out now. Are you Terminal A or Terminal B? Answer is Terminal A. Perfect. Landing rate, feet per minute. Point of Volanta, 424 feet per minute, 424 feet per minute. So well within the, also how many Gs? It was 1.09 Gs. So well within the 737's limitations, just not wise that we do that every single time we fly. First few stands on the right. Yeah, sure. There you go. There's the other aircraft short final. So we'll be nice and quick with our parking. We can stand right here, the catering vehicle outside. Tax lights off. We're running the ground cruise today. Is it one of those offset stands? Yes, it is. It's fine. We're nimble enough to get ourselves into position. As our aeroplane crawls its way to the sand, it's at you. Oh, not sure what happened there, but we're taxiing to sand now. Very gently, we will hit the brakes, so we're up to the end of the markers there. Hold position. Parking brake set. APU is available. APU generator is on. Turn off the packs. APU bleed on. That can go off. Yeah, that's fine and steady. Engines off, I guess. Seatbelts off. Seatbelts off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Antonio. The time right now is approximately 10 past 6. The temperature outside right now is nice and warm at 31 degrees centigrade. We thank you for flying with Southwest Airlines. We hope you enjoyed your flight with us today, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross check, please. Thank you for flying with us today. Get the jet bridge into position. Could do the ground service as well, just actually, yeah, we'll do it, why not? So we'll do it because we like this aeroplane, so I'm going to go to ground services, the external GPU carts, chocks position, there we go. Ground power connects, stairs. Jet bridge disembarkation, that's fine. Get the reset for sake of everything to work. Then just 0 and 0. Bring the loaders into position. And once ready, we can deplane the aircraft. So, ground power unit is available, ground power active, AP speed off, and had to come as well for the air conditioning. APU off. Deplane starts. Cars are connecting. Once they're ready, they can also be unloaded. No, overall, not a bad flight. That's not a bad flight. A little bit heavy on the landing, like I say, but I've done far worse. Trust me, I have done far worse. Can't really fault that. Got one last screenshot to upload, and keep that now on Volanta. Colour correction, contrast levels, and sharpen. Right, here come the front carts, once you're in your position. Be unloaded. And the rear carts won't arrive until the forward carts are in their position as well. So it's a very set order. You need to do the stuff in PMDG. In the right order, it will hold you for it. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, don't you worry, Naz, I've got a replay to let's go through. Right, so it's unloading, it's all deplaning. Cool, right. While that's doing its thing, let's go through passenger flight, and let's just have a look at the report. So, Southwest 135, 7700 from Dallas Love Fields to San Antonio. 41-minute flight time, planned departure 14, planned arrival 04, we arrived at 56, so yeah, ahead of schedule by 5 minutes, pretty good. 192 passengers, satisfaction 94%, heavy landing rate at 433, what time of 58 minutes, so yeah, not the longest flight in the world. I can't really complain apart from the landing, but we'll go through the passenger point of view. If it was bad from the front, let's see how the passengers suspected. So we're going to do the flight report. If you look at more detail, feel free to do so. To end the flight reports on Volanta. Going to disconnect from IVAO. Thank you, well, for the traffic I guess today. Ooh, there you go. Big update to the world server at 2300. It'll be a bigger patch, but it's now the best 30 minutes. That's fine, cool. So, world server being updated. Thank you for the development, I guess. Right, so I'm going to flip the aircraft into a engine on mode, so load states for final. Once it's loaded, get Factory Replay to do the same thing, so just starts, this comes to life. Really? Then use that again, shall we? I'll say load. Final should just be final approach. There we go. Right. 737 San Antonio. Let's have a look at this from the passenger point of view. Hopefully this works. There we go, cool, right, replay does work. It's not the end of the world, not the end of the world, we've still got another thing to look at. Right. So short line off the left, so there's a point. With this, we're a bit slow, well, we've about 15 knots, but everything doesn't look too out of place. We'll just manual control. So we'll just where required. See how to mark up. Short final, and yeah, fairly heavy that. I'm sure when it comes to the replay from external points of view, I'll have a chance to enjoy that from the externals. Alright, so the same from the right hand side. Flying over the outskirts of the city. Oh yeah, I absolutely adored 737 NAS. Absolutely love this thing. Really, really good so far. Quite a tall building that. We'll do a landing replay from the top of that building, there you go. That's the, the next point of view. Yeah, more thresholds. And... bang. There was a flare. There was no speed to really maintain that. Although the engines were idled quite late on in that, so I'm quite surprised there was no ground effects either. Just from the landing gear point of view, this is where we're going to really see the effects of that touchdown. We'll also bring it back to that really tall building. Where is it? It's not that tall actually, I must say. It's not super tall. I'm sure we'll get a good view from the roof of it. Trust me, if I worked in that office, all my lunch breaks, I'm on that roof. Provided there's access, of course, but I'll be on that roof, watching the airplanes land. So far it's not looking too bad. It's just the last 5 seconds where things go horribly wrong. There's the flare. Bang. There was no ground effects. We fled, but there was no ground effects there whatsoever, so we just aquaplaned to the runway. Let's get rid of the, whoops, wrong one, I was getting the camera mode, sorry. Get rid of follow. So the airplane back 100 feet. Very short final 737. So far looking so good. No complaints, no issues. Oh look, should be nice and truck. Should be nice and simple touchdown. Bang. Oof. Do one more. Increase the speeds. So we go to that tall building we spotted. It was that one. Do you have roof access? The answer is, well, it's only for a maintenance engineer to get roof access, so roof engineer view it is, I guess. There it is. It's not a comfortable landing, that. It's not a comfortable landing. So, yeah, that's that. Boeing 700 PMDG, Southwest colours this time, flying from Dallas Love Field to San Antonio. Hopefully next time we'll be able to stick a slightly smoother landing, but like I say, so you win some, you lose some, and that occasion we definitely lost. It's not the end of the world, we walked away from it, and ultimately 737 still in one piece, that's what really matters. So, yeah, you felt that, did you, Naz? You really felt that one this time. So the plan I said tomorrow is to do a premiere for a real world flight I'm on tomorrow. Next year I'll be on probably on Tuesday evening or Wednesday evening, we'll decide later. Until then, hope you enjoyed the video, leave a like if you did, do subscribe if it's already, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, see you soon, some more Flight Sim action. Take care and have a good one, bye bye.